Hey lovers of game and story, I'm your host, Bob Sparkle Doom. And we've got Monster Train 2 finally released. I was legit actually super excited about this. It's one of my top most played games on Steam, no joke. Let's get into this. Dominion's preservation. Healers blessed by Dominion bolster their allies, attack in large bursts to achieve victory. Let's start the battle. So I've been playing a lot of the demo in the last couple of days, and also when it originally came out. Actually, they released a few extra stuff to the demo that I saw yesterday, so I am keen to see what is in the entire full game. Protect your pyre. This is your pyre. It takes too much damage. If it takes too much damage from enemy attacks, your run is over. Deployment phase. Each battle begins with a deployment phase. You will draw your champion and any unit card with a blue banner on it. After you end this turn, enemies will invade. Okay, so basically this is all just a tutorial. I like reading it, but we don't need to. Okay, so multi-strike and revenge. Let's put him there. Okay, so each floor has pips, so it means you can only put a certain amount of creatures on each floor, and each creature keeps a certain amount of space by themselves. Okay, so also enemies attack from the first one till the last one. Basic stuff like that. So I'm gonna skip past most of that. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We'll put an attacker here. We can bring this to the front or just attack it. Let's bring it to the front. So this gives Valor. Valor can give armor to the frontmost targets or just damage. So if it's someone that's in the back and they get Valor, they still get the damage, just not the armor at the beginning of the turn. I'm gonna speed this up to fast. It's what I prefer. But you can even go up till ultra or super ultra. But then you don't get to see almost any of the animations. Okay, let's see. So he's gone up to here. Let's drop a steward here. Okay, that deals with him. Seeing, I don't know. I'll see how much I'm gonna play of this. Hopefully the whole entire night. We'll see. I'll probably take breaks and stuff. Valor. Let's just get rid of the healer. That's just a normal baddie. Okay. Pretty well prepped, so I'm just gonna keep buffing. Yeah, and then, well, the rest will just sort itself out. Probably until the boss gets here. I'm sorry about my stuffy nose. I had to close it so that it doesn't keep on being a problem for me. Defeat the boss to win the battle. His relentless ability means that the combat will continue in the room until you or he is defeated. Also, if he gets to the third floor and is able to defeat whoever is there, it automatically ends your game. He doesn't have to go and do damage to your heart. Okay, but he's anyway going to be defeated. Yes, some of my medicine. Let's hope I don't get too loopy as the game continues, but is what it is. Okay, so I like this. Do we have anyone with a bunch of HP? That would probably be the stewards for now. Maybe if we pick someone else up. So the Shield of Win does damage, revenge damage, when it has been attacked for the amount of the unit's HP. And I believe it remains I don't think this is max HP. There's another one that's max HP. But we can check. And the wind blade resolves the shift trigger. And the shift trigger here is gain 1 valor, which we have gotten before. I kind of like the valor stuff, so let's go with wind blade for now. And let's get this consume gain 2 Dragon Ord. So Dragon Ord is a new function, which is part of the dragon... What do they call them? I want to call them cults. They're not called cults. They are called... we'll get to it now. I'm going to say tribes or whatever for now. So... I want more banished creatures. So we can do the shift blade, the one we have here, the wind blade, with the battle dancer. And that will just keep on building more valor on that particular creature. How do we want to upgrade anyone? This could work well on this. So dualism doubles any gains, or doubles any numbers basically. So it doubles the stack of armor and buff and debuff status effects applied by this unit. In this case, it would be doubling the valor. We don't have any other cash, so let's continue. And I will probably be a little bit more silent going forward. Or not. Maybe I just like talking. Knights of Entropy. Slow-moving soldiers. Blessed of Entropy will deal heavy damage if they reach the front. This boss has ended a lot of my runs, especially if I go for economy in the beginning. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's drop him in here. And if I get that blade, I'm gonna put it on the battle dancer, yeah. The combat previews. The previews numbers show the amount of damage each unit. Oh, okay, cool. So you can just see how much damage everyone has. There's also, at least in the demo, there was a way to reset certain things. We'll see. It's probably just not a thing for the first test drive, so to speak. Fire starter. No, couldn't do this. Put in the other spear stewards. So Pyogel increases the amount of damage a creature takes every time it gets damaged. So if you've got a bunch of spells you're hitting on them, or if you've got a lot of damage going out in like a multi-strike, just it's a nice stacking benefit. Ooh, but I want that Windblade on, but I also have Alchemy. We'll probably get to run Alchemy later. So I'm gonna put this here. Get rid of the healer. Oh, poor champion. Doesn't seem like he's gonna survive much longer. Sometimes the actual units in the game get a lot stronger than the heroes do. But it really depends on what you want your hero to be able to do. I just kind of want him to stay alive a little bit longer. This is also the standard proto heart gauge. So you get different heart cages that kind of give different effects, different amount of HP and different amount of attack. But I'm quite sure a lot of you already know all of this. Man, I want to drop the alchemy. Maybe we'll get another chance. But I also want to do as much damage, yeah. Wait. Ah, I'm so used to the restart button being there. Or reset the turn button being there. Am I going to be ended already? I think so. Could very well be. Bring him to the front. Oh, you're not gonna even survive one. Okay. Is what it is. He is most definitely gonna beat our asses, yeah. Well, then we can actually get to the full game. Or is our hot actually... Yeah, our hot is actually just strong enough to defeat it. I was wrong. Sorry, I was wrong. The boss doesn't automatically defeat, he still needs to defeat the heart. My apologies. Let's blame the medication. For my lack of memory. So this is also not too bad when you're using it. So the Penitent Blood Suit isn't too bad if you use it on a boss that moves in between the different levels, because then every time he takes 30 damage. But yeah, why not? Let's grab it. Am I gonna use this or not? So the loot hoard, how it works is you get different bonuses when you cash out depending on what level it is. Normally you get up till 8, but there are some artifacts that push it up till 10 and then till 13 at some point. Let's keep boosting our creatures. Yeah, let's grab that. Yay, reading sections. The train stops before a peculiar kind of workshop overflowing with wondrous boxes. 3 boxes stand out from the clutter, with a sign below them which reads, "It isn't the trip, it's the journey. It isn't the gift, it is the container." By Reese P. Taculum. Do you take one of these boxes? Let's go for the large box. So basically it just gives you random cards every turn. The other one puts spells together and the other one puts your units together in a box. I like the one that puts units together in a box because you're not paying to get those units out, but you can also not edit them afterwards, which is its own issue. Same for the spells, but the spells don't get costs. They just come to your hand, so it's just a way to, let's say, get more cards in your hand. Or maybe even limit the amount of cards if you want to get rid of some of the cards. So it basically takes away 2 cards in your deck and thins it out. But we're gonna go for the large mystery box. No. What did I... Oh. We can upgrade our unit and we don't have any money. We are so poor. Probably still worth it just upgrading one of them's damage a bit. Okay, so Aegon gets Rage 2 on Siphon. So Siphon triggers when a unit dies on the floor he is at. And we're gonna be putting that steel cage armor on him, because he moves between the different floors. I'm gonna go for the same setup here. And we're gonna be 1 less on the Steel Stewards, I think. Yeah, I think that makes sense. There we got him. And there you go. Now every time he moves between a level, he's going to take 30 damage, which is fantastic. Okay, I just put on the wind blade and the lava armor. Lava armor is the one that adds pyrogel, which increases damage. So it adds pyrogel to creatures that attack it, basically. And that's a bit of extra HP. Okay, so triggers activate when specific events happen. So this guy's trigger is resolved. After combat, +4 attack and takes 20 damage. One of these flagellating creatures. So here's one of the stuff that came out of the large mystery box. I don't think I want to do that, so let's get rid of this. Gonna also give him lava armor. And an attacker behind him. Hey, okay, so we can at least get rid of that floor. Okay, seems all fine for now. They've got some space, and they've got some space. So the upbeat warbler has enchant. Enchant just gives everyone else something except for the unit itself. In this case, quick, allowing it to attack before everyone else. You know what? Let's fire start and add some pyrogel to the enemy main villain, yeah. The boss. I like that all of the units have their own sound. They really did put a lot of effort in adding details to every creature. Okay, so are we gonna finally use the alchemy? I think we should. Some spells can only be played once per battle, and that's the consume effects. Then it gets thrown into the consume pile, but we get that back. I am kind of saying a lot of stuff that most people already know, but hey, for those who are new to the genre, this will just be stuff that I talk about for the first episode. Or as a new abilities and effects get introduced. Ascend and then advance. Don't think we need that. Did our friend already get knocked out? Yeah. Okay. Get rid of that one. Get that the boss. Let's put some valor on him. Get him living a little bit longer. Okay. What is this devilish detail? Consume, gain 3 or pyre takes 10 damage. Let's go. Then I can finally maybe show you what the dragon sword does. And yeah, Archeon is not gonna survive nothing. This is not even necessary, but I kind of like overkilling things. The fun of games. Okay, so this is a room effect. Room effects affect the level, the specific level. In this case, when a unit gains pyrogel, extra stacks, or when a friendly unit slay, so it kills something else, it gets the valor. I haven't seen this spike of the banish, so it adds valor by the amount of, what do you call this again? Fire or ember that you use on it, like mana. We are going to go for the slay room. Greed Dragon is nice if you're going for a dragon build. The Greed Dragon's strength, or its attack and defense, depends on your Dragon Horde. But that's basically it. I want to add a Miser. So the Miser has the effect to actually get more money for you for every attack it does. So if you can do like a multi-attack on it, it's called Avarice. Then yeah, gonna make a lot of money. So yeah, we get introduced to the Dragon Sword. We can check at level 5. We're just gonna get money and a basic artifact. I at least wanted to get to 6 so we can get a random artifact. So we're gonna save that. I have this thing where I have like a itchy gamer's finger, so I might click on stuff that I'm not supposed to click on. But hey, it happens. So I think so. Celestial Alcove is there where the stories are, and random, you get random events. The Imperium well allows us to copy something. I think let's just go this side because I want more money and I don't really feel we need to heal. Let's also upgrade our hero. Savior. So Savior is ability. Abilities are on cooldown. And this one he will advance, gain 5 valor, and then gain armor equal to the amount of valor. It's cooldown 3. There's ways to get the cooldown down. But I think we're just gonna keep on building him for revenge, which applies valor to everyone else. Double stack on a spell. Let's check if anything's worth it. No. Imagine it gave double stack on this and then you'll just get a bunch of eggs. That would be insane. This one's work on it because it already has consume. So there is reason to put consume on spells. It is just if you're not going for something specific, it kind of just thins your deck. Supply valor. Just trying to figure out, do I want to do it on the valor or on the pyogel? I think let's do it on the pyogel. Yeah, I'm gonna reroll. So intrinsic, make sure that it is in your hand from round 1, but not the post. Yeah, starts in the first hand post deployment phase. So just after you put your creatures down. Spell chain means you cast it, and then if you've got enough money, you can cast it again for a second time. I'm gonna take intrinsic because it's just gonna make this cheaper, and it's gonna make sure that we get to play this. And I'm also gonna reduce its mana cost. And then we'll just do the same for the other fire starter. Actually, is this even better? Oh, it's magic power and consume. Yeah, let's go for that. Hey, we can get a duplicate of the alchemy, so we might actually be able to get our loot horde in the second one. Okay, let's drop right in. Okay, so trials allow us to make stuff harder for ourselves. Non-boss enemy units restore 150 health when they move up a floor. This is gonna cause our death, so I'm not gonna take this one. I'm quite sure we're not strong enough for this. So off, let's go. If you know you're strong enough, why not take it? But I am quite sure it's not the case here. Keep him alive a bit longer. Yeah, why not? I don't think we have other units really to bolster him. Okay, here's our first room that comes into play. Do I even care about that room? Maybe not. So that again is from the large mystery box. I'm gonna drop the alchemy runes. Give Windblade to our Battle Dancer. I only have so much for this one. Thinking of giving it some damage so that if it goes up a level and we've got another fire sword so we can just take it out. Alternatively, we just add Valor to our main unit. Keep it surviving a little bit longer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. To our hero. Makes me think of To Be a Hero. I think it's To Be a Hero X maybe, which is a anime, I want to say, 3D animated and 2D animated. Really good watch that I would recommend. It's about heroes, but it's like the darker side about heroes. Can't deal 1 damage to enemy units. You can put it on him. Kind of want to get rid of that. Let's put it... yeah. This doesn't count as a spell. Let's put that on him. So this is a card, a Scourge card, which is just going to be doing damage to us because I have not played it. Yeah. So these guys with the bells on their backs are just going to keep on adding toll cards to our deck, which is a pain in the ass. Let's get rid of these. These guys are just gonna get bossed, so I'm not gonna be able to do much about that. It's got double strike, so I'm gonna give him the everlasting light spear. See, now imagine we took the harder routes. Most of these we aren't even killing. We're just not strong enough. Yet. Okay, we got that one. Thank you, Hearts, for backing us up. That is so much of that discordant nonsense. Okay, that is dealt with. Oh, okay, so this is gonna cause Pygel, and then the incon from the Cursed Dragon Staff is gonna take it out. Fantastic. Let's also just take that one out. So the air is so dry here. So it's a bit TB. What's too much information? But the air here is like super dry. So my nose tends to get issues, especially during winter. We can use Heroic Dive to bring the Avenger down. I like the idea of that. Yeah, so we're gonna do that when the boss comes in the next wave. I think that is a fabulous idea. because it's gonna add melee weakness, and that also pushes you over the floor capacity. You can do that a certain amount of times. I'm not sure if you can do that infinite amounts of times. There's like a max capacity. Yeah, we've got them. What is this? Penitent Death Suit. Shift. Gain melee weakness 1. Can be equipped on enemy units. That's interesting. I haven't seen that. See if we can keep our friend alive, yeah. Nah. Oh, we still have it in the bag. Yeah, easy. As long as we didn't take that other effect. And we've got max ward. This could be good. So the lead songbird adds extra damage per valor. Then we've got a normal damage shield which blocks 1 hit. And then the heroic dive, which we just saw, which descends, advances, and does damage based on the HP and armor. Gonna go for the songbird. Okay, so this is a spell I like, but I don't know if we want to use it yet. So, fanning the flame, it deals 3 damage to a random enemy, which is not too great, but slay increases the damage 3 times permanently, and explosive makes any damage that is dealt in excess to just spread to someone else. But it says all excess damage is applied to each enemy unit, so it's not just the one. I might take it in anyway, so we can just see how it works. Okay, let's loot our dragon horde. I think, let's say conduit. So conduit 4 just means I've got extra magic power when I equip a friendly unit. Will probably help us out to try and level up. Where is it now? The fanning the flame that we just picked up. We could also add extra pyogel stacks, or in the first turn get extra ember. We don't have dragons, so I'm going to skip this. So the thing with the dragon horde is most of the relic, or the first relic you're going to get is a dragon horde relic. So most of the time it's going to give you pyogel stuff or stuff that affects your dragons. Tuned whetstone on deployment phase, draw equipment from your deck, which I think is good, and then shattered halo clan card drops only offer rares, which is also pretty good. We're currently on ring 4. Just want to make sure what can we equip. We've got lava armor and wind blade and penitent blood suit. Let's take the tuned whetstone. I was thinking of the shattered halo. We can try that a different one. Got a decent amount of money. Might want to duplicate something. Yeah, let's go this side. Army gives you equipment. We do not have anyone with abilities at the moment. So this is the card I was talking about that can reduce the cooldown of abilities, the mind gauge. Sacrificial chamber can help us make some more money. And Swift Steel Dagger adds damage and quick. I think I'm going to take the Sacrificial Chamber. So here you can buy more equipment and rooms. And you can also combine certain equipment. Do we have equipment we care to combine? Wind Blade and Lava Armor. Nah. So fragile. Fragile is not too bad. If the unit loses health, it dies. As long as you're not dealing again or fighting against anything with the ability to attack multiple units. Blast cannon could be good. Except if something gets swept. So I'm gonna re-roll. Fight Club isn't too bad. Okay, so Void Armament is interesting. It gives you multi-strike and extra damage. It's quite expensive. It costs 3 Ember. If your creature it is attached to dies, it gets purged. So it means it completely gets removed. Which sucks a lot. But you can use it to thin out your deck. Don't use it on your hero because you can also lose your hero. I'm gonna grab that, and I think the Fight Club. I'm considering the Hall of Mirrors. So for the Hall of Mirrors, who would I use it with? Probably only use it on the Battle Dancer or Avenger, so I'm gonna leave that. You can purge a card. Let's get rid of the Spear Stewards. Purge another card. Get rid of this Fire Starter. Hey, we can purge one last one. Do I get rid, I think, of the extra Shield Stewards? Okay, let's continue. Empyrean Well. Oh yes, I can still duplicate said cards. We can even duplicate this once again. Which means we'll be able to do this for 6 in one go. It's probably the way to go. Let's do this. See if we can get some extra relics out of this. Enemy units enter with Titan Skin. So Titan Skin reduces damage per stack, but it does decrease every time it gets hit, from what I remember. So let's try this. Unfortunately, we got the Penitent Blood suit, but that is okay. Because I'm not gonna make one of my characters weaker, so I'm gonna add that. You know what? I'm gonna do that in case... I'm gonna add the shields to it on top instead of here by the Avenger, just in case we get one of those money goblins. Yeah, so let's just do triple alchemy. And then do what? We can put lava armor on. I don't think blood-soaked arena is gonna be effective right now. And Sanctuary adds damage shield 2 to everyone. Expensive, but pretty good. Okay. So now we can choose to put the Void Armament on someone. And even now I'm still scared of doing that. Friendly units advance on strike. A room. I mean, he's gonna go to the front, then he's gonna go to the front, and then he's gonna go to the front. Would have been fine if it was quick. That's actually a pretty cool card, especially for someone like this, that you're gonna get Valor when it shifts. But are we gonna put Windblade on him rather? We might get a kill, yeah? Yay! So we get to upgrade the card a bit. I'm not going to be able to deal with these. That is a problem. This one is going to do some damage to my hearts. Actually both. Yeah, it's just the one. We'll let it go. Oh, that is actually pretty cool. 4 Valor in one go. We're not gonna be able to kill it there. Yeah, why not? Get some cash from the money goblin slash angel in this case. I'm not gonna be able to defeat that. Question. Let's put a steward up somewhere. Probably, yeah. I'm thinking of using the penance and blood suit on someone. Maybe just this guy, because he is gonna die. Feels like a bit of a waste. But it's less damage. My feeling is we will make it to the final boss. Just because this is still level 1. Gets a lot harder with every level. Have a monster deal at least 100 damage in 1 hit. Nice. Who was it that did all of the damage? We can do Fight Club, yeah? Oh, I should actually use that. Should have actually used that when the other one was still there. Retreat the front enemy unit. Apply melee weakness to enemy units. Okay, we don't need that. That is going to be slayed. Ah, that was so close. I could count this stuff, but I'm not gonna. We're not really in like a higher level where that's super necessary. Okay. We're gonna take quite a bit of damage here. Blood-soaked arena won't help. Maybe we just set up for the final wave and then use the Spike of Banished on our main character. Yeah, and I'm so scared to use that Void Ornament unless we use it to banish the shield steward. No, let's just do this. Okay. What is this thing? The Undying One. Triggers after combat with resolve, gain reanimate. Reanimate. When this unit is killed, it will be revived with 1 HP and lose 1 stack of reanimate. It's gonna reanimate 8 times. What? What is this monstrosity? I haven't seen it actually. Seen it. Okay. Eagle Art. Consume advance. Apply 5 value to enemy unit. To a friendly unit, then it attacks immediately. Push you forward. It's gonna do less damage now, but that's fine. I'm not gonna do that again. Unless we... no. Let's just do this. Why is that doing less damage? Sometimes, I don't know. I don't know. I would think if you add more damage to something, it would do more damage. But it might be killing it and then doing more damage. No. This reanimate. Reanimate 14 when this unit is killed. It will reanimate. Oh, but it will be on 1 HP. Okay. This is gonna be hard. Let's put that there. -2 to 8, so it probably will affect some of its reanimation. We're not gonna stop this one. Okay, that's 2 of its reanimates. It's got 6 left. But we have no creatures left. That's a 1. Why does it say reanimate 17? Oh, because it gains 6 reanimate after every combat. That's ridiculous. Okay, we're not gonna make it. Well, that's fine. Get into a proper run now. Okay. And with levels we gain new cards. Okay, so even though I didn't unlock this, it could still show up in the random cards. That's cool. Sky Song Trumpet. Summoning a hymnist applies 5 valor to friendly units. The hymnists are the ones with the ability to give different effects for your other units. Okay, back to outposts. Commander, the initial battalion has finished unloading the train. The reserves are waiting your command for the next assault. Very well, send word to the Pyreborn. We will depart again soon. I'll join you shortly. Yes, Commander. Angels attacking heaven. I could never have imagined it would come to this. Not too long ago, I led these same troops to destroy hell. Charge! For heaven! For Seraph! When we invaded hell, we fought for Seraph, but now we fight for our own survival. Seraph, my brother, our leader, I followed him without question, but I saw too late the cost of my blind faith. Since the invasion failed, Seraph began to change. The taste of defeat enticed him to seek a greater power from titans beyond our worlds. Ah, so they're called titans. I kind of forgot this part of the lore. Until he got what he was looking for. The titans came to heaven and began to corrupt everything. Now they threaten our whole world. Our only hope for stopping them is to reforge the old covenant, an alliance between angels and demons. Very, very old covenant then. My legion of angels came to hell to fulfill a covenant we once fought to destroy and reclaim our former home, but old grudges remain. I've believed this alliance can work for our own sake. So this looks like a mix between the angels and the demons. Like a seraphim, I think is the right term. I might be wrong. Let me know. Unlock more pyro hearts to progress the story. Unlock criteria can be reviewed from the departure station when starting a standard run. Gonna take a quick break, so I'm gonna conclude this session and then jump into another one after my little break. I am your host, Pop Sparkle Doom, signing off, and as always, keep on shining.